What is going on, Mullen fam? Back with another video. Been busy trying to get a hole fixed in my floor, so y'all know I'm tired. I got my Bass Fishing Cup with me today with some coffee. But we're gonna talk Mullen. I know there's been a lot of transactions going on, a lot of confusion as to why some selling has been going on. But there is a catalyst coming from Mullen Automotive stock, and that catalyst is anticipated to take place next week on February 24th. Is a $90 million catalyst that is brewing for Mullen stock in 2023. Mullen will pay out $90 million of Series D preferred stock next year. And this is coming from an article back in November of last year. The $90 million will be paid out in the form of Series D preferred shares in two tranches next year, on January 24th and February 24th. Mullen did not specify the value amounts of each date. Wait a minute, there's something different about the Finesse Monster. No, I just been out and about, but the show must go on. The purchase price of the shares will be the lower of $1.27, which was the closing price on the day of the securities purchase agreement was executed. The closing price on the trading day before the purchase date with a purchase price. It also states that investors receiving the shares will also receive warrants exercisable for 185% of the Series D shares purchased. These warrants will have an exercise equal to the price that the Series D shares were purchased for. Mullen has stated that it will file a resale form for the shares issuable upon conversion of all the notes and warrants no later than December 23rd. Now, I'm not sure if this has anything to do with the insiders selling recently, or maybe it does, but the company has over $100 million in cash. That includes restricted cash available for company use, available for operations and investment. At December 31st, 2022, the company has an additional committed capital of $90 million expected to be received prior to the end of April 2023. Now, you may be wondering what is going on with this $90 million catalyst with Mullen Automotive stock, and who are the investors that are going to be purchasing these shares of Mullen stock. Well, back in November, the company amended its securities purchase agreement for a third time. The amendment stated that investors such as Sousa Holdings would pay $150 million to receive convertible notes instead of Series D preferred stock and warrants. These notes could be converted into Mullen stock on November 21st, 2022, and at any time or times at the discretion of the holder, which hints that the investors may have already converted their notes. For every share of common stock received for the conversion, the investors will also receive warrants exercisable for 185% of the common stock received. This is the Amendment 3 that came out in November, which also displays the $150 million that was associated with this agreement back in November 15, 2022. But however, there was a new section included in this third amendment that says the securities purchase agreement shall be amended to include a new section which shall read as follows: with regard to the purchase date falling on January 24th, 2023 and February 24th, 2023. And this is associated with the $90 million purchase agreement, in which it says the purchase agreement shall be further amended such that references to the purchase date shall mean, with respect, $45 million of the commitment amount, and January 24th, 2023, with respect to another $45 million of the commitment amount, February 24, 2023. And this is the part that gets me, guys. The buyers of the Mullen stock for the securities purchase agreements are also listed below: Sousa Holdings, Equitas Capital, Davis Rice, Pty Limited, Digital Power Lending LLC, Jess Mogul, Jim Fallon, Michael Freilander. for the amount totaling in $90 million. And if you guess some of those names look familiar to the ones stated here on the $2.4 billion share resale, then you are probably right. We got Azusa Holdings, Aquitas Capital, Michael Friedlander, Jess Mogul, Jim Fallon, Davis Rice, PTY Limited, and some other names that were also mentioned. And as far as David Mishry selling shares, I hope he has a business plan behind that move, with $90 million being added to its cash on hand, with $100 million after earnings was reported. Another thing to think about is possibly warrants were exercised following next week coming up by insiders such as Azusa and Aquitas. As far as I know from the earnings report, it stated that Mullen Automotive had over $400 million worth of warrants that were counted as liabilities. And it says when a warrant is exercised, the company issues new shares, increasing the total number of shares outstanding, which has a dilutive effect. Warrants can be bought and sold on the secondary market up until expiry. So the $90 million purchase date, which was split into two tranches, actually fell on two different dates, which were January 24th and next week upcoming February 24th. And this is key, which is why they're calling it a catalyst for Mullen Automotive stock, because more investors will want to buy Mullen Automotive stock because they will receive warrants exercisable for 185% of the Series D shares purchased. Also, with buying these preferred shares, it often provides more stability and cash flow compared to common stock. Therefore, investors looking to hold equities but not overexpose their portfolio to risk often buy preferred stock. In addition, preferred stock receives favorable tax treatment. Therefore, institutional investors and large firms may be enticed to the investment due to its tax advantage. So that is a catalyst that could bring some buying pressure into Mullen Automotive stock going into next week. These are all my thoughts and opinions. Let me know what you guys think about this $90 million catalyst for Mullen Automotive stock. If you think this has anything to do with the selling that's been going on, and do you think it will help Mullen rebound going into next week? That's all I got for this one. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe. Hope y'all found this information valuable. Stay charged up. Don't feed the fear, and I'll catch you on the next one.
Go. Blessed in abundance. Look who raised from the dungeon. Still come through in the clutch.